Algoith Group is communicating these incident lessons learned in order for all employees to be aware of incident details, root cause, corrective and preventive actions in order to learn from it, prevent or reduce the likelihood of recurrence of the same incident. HSE alert regarding finger injury while working on power tong. What happened? Description of event. After completing run in hole 3.5 completion tubing, one pup joint got damaged by the power tong. Decision was made to lay it down. The power tong operator injured person, subcontractor crew, parked the power tong offline and attempted to fix the stuck backup jaw while rig crew were laying down the damaged pup joint. IP placed his left hand in the backup jaws in attempt to fully open the stuck backup jaw, while his right hand was on control levers, when suddenly the backup jaw closed and caught his left hand 2 fingers, middle and ring fingers, resulting in crushed injury. Why has it happened? Causes. The power tong was not isolated from the hydraulic energy before troubleshooting. No WMS was in place for changed scope for troubleshooting and repair of the power tong. JSA did not cover hazards and controls for tool malfunctioning. IP did not inform driller before doing troubleshooting job in the power tong. Power tong backup jaw malfunctioned and got stuck while running 3.5 completion tubing. IP did not inform or ask co-worker for assistance. Recommended actions. Ensure that troubleshooting on the power tong like change of dies, jaws, etc., should be done under energy isolation. Ensure that all the jobs including troubleshooting are carried out under WMS and JSA, with all relevant hazards and controls are covered. Never initiate any task without permission or clearance from the area authority. Discussion points. Toolbox talk meetings. Are you aware of any task/activity which is not covered under WMS and JSA? Describe some hazards and controls relating to tool malfunctioning. Discuss some relevant examples of complacency, and how they can lead to serious consequences. What other similar operation examples do we have that require frequent troubleshooting? Who will ensure that energy isolation is conducted properly? Which of our operation had similar examples where intervention prevented an incident? When was the last training/awareness session done on life-saving rules? Recommended actions. Conduct refresher session for all services providers and drilling/rig crews, reinforcing that all jobs must be properly supervised, physical supervision, proper JSA, understanding roles and responsibilities, understanding hazards and controls. Conduct training session on situational awareness, regarding power tong and line of fire, energy isolation, stored energy. Ensure that a separate PTW/JSA is available for troubleshooting activities, if they were not covered in initial PTW/JSA. Ensure all equipment/tool have an adequate preventive maintenance plan in place. Mandatory actions. Ensure color coding for all the pinch points in power tongs, including backup jaws, is available by Q1 2024. Discussion points. Toolbox talk, meetings. What mechanism do we have to ensure that all jobs including troubleshooting are carried out under WMS and JSA, and is it effective? What is the assurance mechanism on availability of preventive maintenance plan for all equipment/tools? How can you ensure workers are aware of all hazards and controls relating to their task/activity? How to ensure that the workers are adequately supervised? Describe the last HSE observation you've reported in one ERP. HSE alert regarding initial power tong incident. Operation was running in hole with middle completion using service company power tong. The foreman, injured person, failed to engage the power tong on tubing, joint number 16, on the first attempt. Upon the second attempt, IP placed his right hand on the tubing while trying to engage the tong. At the same time, the service company tong operator activated the power tong, causing the power tong to rotate on IP's right hand. Consequences: work-related injury, interruption to operations. The investigation is ongoing, however, initial finding is power tong interlock system was bypassed. What should be done to prevent reoccurrence? Never bypass safety devices. Rig crew is not allowed to assist with handling service company equipment. Areas where improvement is needed. Workers must understand lines of fire and follow precautions associated with hazardous objects, equipment, substances, and other conditions. Use correct techniques when undertaking strenuous activities. Work supervisors must confirm that all hazards are identified and controlled. HSE alert regarding injury while pulling belt tongue. What happened? While cleaning the dies on the belt tongue, a floorman used the air tugger to pick up the belt tongue when it got stuck on the iron roughneck track. The belt tongue hanger arm bolts sheared and caused the hanger arm to contact the tongue operator on the forehead. Consequences: work-related injury, interruption to operations. Why did it happen? Inadequate job preparation by rig crew. Rig floor was overcrowded, which created poor visibility for the tugger operator. Tugger operator is not certified. Poor hazard identification by the rig crew. Stop work authority was not implemented to stop the hazards. What should be done to prevent reoccurrence? Ensure proper job preparation and discuss combined JSA with third party prior starting any work. Rig to limit the access to the rig floor to avoid overcrowding. Only certified and competent employee to operate air tugger. Conduct hazard identification refresher training to rig personnel. Reinforce the stop work authority among rig crew. Areas where improvement is needed. Workers must always maintain awareness of the surroundings. Understand line of fire and follow precautions associated with hazardous objects, equipment, substances, and other conditions. Work supervisors must confirm that the site is properly lit and that all required PPE is being worn. Confirm that all hazards are identified and controlled. Power tongue inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting. Power tongue is one of the major equipments used in the operation where there is a high risk of hand and finger injury. The potential hazards during inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting of power tongue are trapped hand, fingers, crush fingers while removing, installing and inspecting dies, jaws or any other work on power tongue. Becoming caught in the rotating parts of the power tongue. To mitigate the hazard and risk using this equipment, the power tongue interlock system was installed to enable the power tongue to stop rotating, moving when the tongue door is open. Note that the power tongue that doesn't have the interlock system installed must be red tag, moved to quarantine area and shall not be mobilized to the job. Here are the power tongue inspection, maintenance, function, operation and troubleshooting guidelines that needs to be followed for safe operation. 1. Don't perform any changes or troubleshooting or any other work on the power tongue and other tools while the operation is ongoing. 2. Don't operate the power tongue while moving into to safe area. Place hand onto the green safe grab area out of pinch point. 3. Set the power tongue rotary properly aligned, one man allowed to operate the tongue, to enable to remove, install jaws, dies or do any other type of work within the tongue rotary. Establish good communication with the crew by assuring hands off and nobody around the power tongue. 4. Ensure that the tongue door is fully open to assure that the tongue rotary will not move or rotate to safely remove, install the jaws, dies, etc. 5. Start removing, installing jaws, dies. 6. Inspect and clean the interlock valve and close the tongue door. 7. Start removing, installing jaws, dies. 8. Enable the hydraulic system by turning on the ball valve of the power unit. 9. Establish good communication with the crew by assuring hands off and nobody around the power tongue while pulling the tongue to the casing string for makeup. 10. Wear appropriate PPE such as impact gloves, coverall, hard hat, safety shoes, and safety glass. Remember, you are empowered to enforce and exercise stop work authority. For any unsafe act, unsafe condition or positive observation, please report it through Alga ETH Online Stop Observation Card System and Stop Client Observation System. Together, We can create a safer work environment for everyone and go home safely to our family.